Before we get into today's episode, let me ask you something. Do you know what your current level of English really is? Understanding your level is crucial to tracking your progress and ensuring your hard work is paying off. That's why I've created a quick and easy English level test that you can take right now for free. Find out your level instantly. Just head to thebritishenglishpodcast.com/testme or check the link in the show notes. Hello and welcome to the British English Podcast, the show all about British culture and teaching you British English along the way. And today we have an episode with Harry back on the show. Hello, Harry. How are you doing?
Hello, Charlie. I am well, thank you. Hello, listeners. When was the last time I was on this show? We were on a live... we were in a theatre.
We were in a theatre. Yeah, we were doing it live, baby, in London.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Feeling good to be back again. I've not been up for long, but I'm feeling fresh-ish. Yeah. How are you doing?
Good. Yeah, I'm feeling quite alert today. The sun is shining, so that increases my spirits. My sausage dog that we have adopted, and it's been over a year, so I'm comfortable with saying my sausage dog now. Yeah. She will very slowly get up in the morning if it's cloudy, and won't even move if it's rainy. But if it's sunny, she's jumping all over the place trying to get out and sunbathe. So I feel like we are two peas in the pod. In a pod? Two peas in a pod.
Two peas in a pod.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
So she senses that it's a cloudy day, does she? And she would just...
Yeah.
And how does she act? She just kind of...
She would just stay in bed and not jump around and be hyper.
Yeah. Okay. And on a sunny day, you're up jumping on the bed, waking up Stacey.
Yeah, we're both jumping up, licking her in the face.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'd like
she
to do
loves
that.
it. Yeah. You'd like to do that, did you just say?
Just not specifically Stacey's face, just any face. Lovely. So you had a nice morning licking Stacey's face with your dog.
I did, yes. Yeah. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about Harry's adventure that he went on recently. He walked a long old way. He did the... well, you can say it better. What did you do, Harry? Have you ever wondered if you're making real progress in your English learning journey? Knowing your level is the key to recognizing your improvements. I have a fantastic tool for you, a free English level test that gives you an instant result. Take a few minutes now to discover your level and continue your learning journey with confidence. Visit thebritishenglishpodcast.com/testme or click the link in the show notes to find out your level of English today.
I did the Camino de Santiago. The Camino de Santiago. I don't know how to say it. Like, should I say it in a Spanish way or in a British way?
Well, you know, I like to say Santiago.
Santiago. Yeah, so I did the Camino de Santiago, which is a pilgrimage in Spain that probably hundreds of thousands of people do every year, maybe more. And I did one particular stretch of that from Portugal with my friend Dima, and ex-student of ours. And it was an absolutely fabulous experience. I did that a couple of weeks ago, over the course of about 6 days.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Fun.
Did you say how many kilometres you walked just then?
In order to actually qualify as a Camino and get your certificate, you have to do over 100 kilometres. So we did 125 kilometres.
Why did you do the extra 25?
Good question. The Camino that we did is from Tui, like on the border with Portugal, to Santiago de Compostela. And that's just, and you do it in 6 stages. There are 6 individual walks that you'll do, 6 stops. And that's just it. You could start from Porriño, which is about 100 kilometers away, and do it from there. So you have to do over 100k, and then you get your Compostela. But this Camino tends to start on the border with Portugal. So they call it the Portuguese way. El Camino Portugués.
El Camino Portugués. Okay. Okay, nice. Well, congratulations. So did you get a certificate?
I got a certificate, yeah. I have it here. So it's in this nice little tube. Is it?
Okay. Yes, a green tube with shells.
Yes,
no?
Exactly.
Yes?
So the shell is like the icon, the symbol, the branding of the Camino.
Right.
It's a scallop shell.
Okay.
I believe. And you see these throughout the Camino. You see a lot of people wearing them on their backpacks. People seem to collect them. And there are these signs which update you on how many kilometers there are remaining on the Camino. So you see them everywhere and arrows pointing you and directing you on your Camino. And they always have this shell, this scallop shell on the signs.
It's apparently associated with St. James. Do you know this?
St. James. Right, okay, yeah. So that's the apostle, St. James.
Yeah.
Who it's named after. Santiago, I think, is St. James.
Yes.
And so it's a pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela. And there's this amazing cathedral there where pilgrims go when they arrive, when they finish their pilgrimage, and the apostle Saint James is buried at that cathedral. So he's one of Jesus's top boys,
top dogs. One of his disciples.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the apostles were like his posse, right? His best disciples.
That's where the word posse comes from. Postle.
Yeah, it might
Apostles.
Actually.
It might
actually. Yeah, but crazy that his remains are actually in this cathedral.
Yeah.
Someone that was, tight with Jesus.
Right, okay. Just Googled. So St. James the Greater was the son of Zebedee and the brother of John the Apostle.
Oh, brother of John the Apostle. Oh.
No. St. James, one of Jesus's apostles, whose remains are said to be buried in Santiago de Compostela. Yeah.
Okay, so he was but another one of his brothers just happened to be an apostle too.
Maybe.
Yeah. Fair.
Have you met my brother? He's really good. He really likes you, Jesus.
You're right, Jesus. Yeah. No, he's great. Can he come along?
Oh, God, is James coming? Yes.
Does he drink? Does he like wine?
He's not going to kiss me on the cheek, is he?
No, none of that. None of that, Jesus.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did that. Was it at all to do with religious reasons that you walked it?
Not really, to be honest. But it definitely, I definitely thought about it, and I'm open to different spiritual, practices and religion. I think it's all good, but for me, it was more the physical challenge of it. I wanted to test myself and have an adventure, really, because it really is an adventure. You're walking to different places every day. You've got a new goal every day of how many kilometers you need to do.
Yeah.
And it's very satisfying getting there. So it wasn't so much for the spiritual side of it, but I think that's always there. That's always an option. And you are, you've got plenty of time to meditate and contemplate life and meaning and where you're going. So there's definitely a spiritual element to it, which I think I tapped into.
Yeah. And when I'm walking, I'd say if there's silence, I think my internal dialogue picks up. And I don't think it's that healthy. I think my thoughts, if I'm left alone, are a bit pointless and a bit Debbie Downer.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas if I'm listening to something inspiring, it creates positive thinking, and then I'm really energized by those thoughts.
Right.
So my question back to you, did you have silence? Did you have podcasts going? Were you listening to stuff, or were you with other people maybe chatting the whole time?
Yeah. So actually, as I was doing it with Dima, who's an old student of ours. He used to come on our immersion courses, and he's a very chatty fella. He's an absolute chatterbox. Like, he literally does not shut up. So, and that's a good thing, you know. So he was chatting a lot of the time, and naturally I had to respond to him. But so actually, there was plenty of introspective time where we were, you know, in silence, just walking. But a lot of the time was chatting and laughing about stuff. And there are loads of pilgrims, you know, walking this Camino. So you're always bumping into people. And there's a phrase, a greeting that you say to other pilgrims when you see them. You say, "Buen camino," you know, good walk, have a good walk, or whatever.
Yeah.
You
Nice.
say that every time you pass someone, even if you overtake them and you overtake each other several times.
Even if they've taken their shoes off and there's blisters on their feet.
Yeah. Even if they're like getting carried into an ambulance. You're like, "Buen camino." It almost became sarcastic to say it because over the first 3 days, it did not stop raining.
Right.
And on our first walk, our first stretch of the Camino was 20 odd kilometers. I'm not sure how, maybe 22 kilometers. And it was just chucking it down constantly, relentless rain. My knee was absolutely killing me because I've got a knee injury, which was pretty bad at the start of the Camino. Didn't think I was going to make it, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Didn't think I was going to make it because I was hurting before we even started the first stretch.
I mean, kudos to you because
thanks. I'll take those kudos.
Yeah, because I think you might need to see somebody about your knee, and you said that it was still hurting 5-6 weeks later from the injury, and then you're going to do 125 kilometers. I would have checked out. I'd have been like, "I'm sorry, Dima, I'm not coming. I can't do it. My knee's buggered."
It was a bad idea. It wasn't very sensible of me because basically, I left Dima waiting for a final decision from me as to whether we were actually going to do it. We'd agreed a week where we were both free that we could do it, but we didn't book anything. I said, "Well, just book it last minute. If you don't mind waiting, I want to see how my knee kind of heals up, and then I'll make a decision and we can do it." And a week before, he was like, "So what's happening? Are we actually doing this?
Wow.
Or do I need to book another holiday?" And I was like, "I'm going to go out for a walk now. I'm going to walk as much as I can today.
Classic Harry.
I'm going to try and do like 15 kilometers and see how it feels after. And then we'll make a decision."
Good decision. Yeah.
I went out for a long walk or a series of walks in a day. Walked about
Got
15k. Got lost. Broke my other knee. And it was, I didn't really. And it was, and it felt okay after. I was like, "Right, let's do it." Booked it all that day. Woke up the next day. My knee was killing. And in the days building up to it just wasn't getting much better. I was like, "What have I done? What have I done?" The night before I flew to Portugal to meet up with Dima, I was just thinking, what an awful decision. How am I going to get through this? The first day we met up in Porto in Portugal, and we walked around the city all day, and my knee was absolutely throbbing.
Oh God!
But I bought myself some walking sticks
Sexy.
to give myself the best chance of getting through it.
Getting
laid as well, exactly. Such a turn on. So I got these hiking poles, and during that first stretch, I got the hang of how to use them properly and how to propel myself forward. Yeah, that's
what, as in like jumping forward, like on crutch?
Not jumping. No jumping. No. Didn't want to do myself further damage, but it provides some stability, but also some forward propulsion.
Yeah. You know who uses hiking poles?
No. Your dad?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. I should have known. That's brilliant.
You and him need to go on a hiking holiday together.
Yeah. We are two peas in a pod, like you and your dog. I'd love to go on a hiking holiday with Nigel.
Yeah.
That would not be a a silent meditation either, would it?
No, yeah.
No.
How was Porto?
Porto was nice. A lovely city, very hilly, old, historic, nice cobbled streets. I enjoyed it. We were only there for a day. We were basically getting ready to leave, so we went to we did a bit of sightseeing, but we also got ready. So we went to a decathlon. I got my hiking poles, got a little day bag and stuff like that, just to get us ready for the trip. So it wasn't. We just caught up with some food, had a walkabout, and
nice.
Then got going. Early doors. The day after. So
a student, Katerina, who came to the live show that you will have definitely seen, and you've seen her in your academy classes probably. She did it the year before.
Yes. I heard about that. Yeah. She did a longer one than me, I think.
Oh yeah, I thinking about it now. Yeah, it was a very long one. Yeah. So she was saying how the accommodation is actually quite sought after because there's hundreds of thousands of people doing it. You've almost got to race to the accommodation. So you got to be quick.
Yeah.
Did you experience some places saying, sorry, we're full, there's no room at the inn?
So we didn't have that experience.
We will be leaving the free version of this episode here for today. But if you did want to continue listening to this conversation, then head over to the BritishEnglishPodcast.com, where you can sign up to the Premium Podcast or the Academy. The Premium Podcast gives you the ad-free version with transcripts, a full glossary and flashcards, whereas the Academy gives you all of that plus a whole lot more, including vocab video lessons, writing assignments, weekly Zoom classes, and you can also get paired with a new speaking partner of a similar level to yours each month to really get your speaking practice in. But if you were just here for the free version of this episode, then I thank you very much. Congratulations for getting to the end of this part, and I hope to see you back here next week for another episode. I've been your host, Charlie, on the British English Podcast. Thank you for listening to today's episode. Before you go, make sure you know where you stand in your English learning journey. I've created a free English level test that you can take right now to find out your exact level. It's quick, easy, and gives you instant results. Head to thebritishenglishpodcast.com/testme or check the link in the show notes. Because tracking your progress helps you stay on track. We can't use track twice, guys. No, let's do that again. Yeah, we don't have time. Oh. All right, we'll just delete this last sentence then.